We thought he was fixed and he was training hard, and turns out the condition continued. Couple things. One is Austin wants to talk a little bit to you guys about his story, but I want to say this kid's got such a strong heart. We had a contest to give him his ring name, and the ring name that he won that I think will serve him well is Austin LionHeart Deitke. So that's it. You can go wherever you want, Austin. Yeah, just listen up for him. Bear with us a couple minutes. Austin wants to share a few. You can go wherever you want, Austin. But yeah, just listen up for him. Bear with us a couple minutes. Austin wants to share a few words.
Go down here so everybody can like kind of huddle around.
Oh, whatever you want.
I don't know.
Right?
Like 3 seconds.
He's all ready. Yeah. No, they didn't run out of them. You're just late. Sorry, Mom. Get up.
Oh, that's all right. Mom, can I?
So first and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. My family, all my coaches, Coach Brock, Coach Jim, Coach Green, or Coach Bill Green, where you at? There he is. Today I'm here to tell you about a recent event in my life that happened last month, February 4th. And before I get to that, I'm going to tell you who I am personally. 18-year-old kid from Richland High School. I graduated last year. I'd say around freshman year of high school, I began to box, and I don't know why I started boxing. I just kind of wanted to try something different because I quit all my sports throughout high school. I didn't love any of them, but I don't know who here would like to get punched in the face, but I do. For some reason, I do. So I made a lot of connections on the way. AJ's not here today, but he's one of the most peaceful but intense human beings I ever met. Hits like a truck. Coach Brock, Alex, Toby, Martez, Andre. Congratulations on your fight, by the way, buddy. Aiden, who else? Little Bill. Where's Matt and Max at? Max? Trey Sean's not here yet, but he just won his, what is it, the NABA World Championship?
WBA.
So yeah, Trey Sean Wiggins, he inspires me a lot. He's a southpaw. He toughened me up. Same with you, Max. He toughened me up to be a better kid. But all my life, my biggest fear was having a not heart condition, but heart surgery. I was born with the disease. I knew what I had. It's hereditary, and I never got to meet my grandma because of it. She passed away when my dad was just a young guy. And sorry. So yeah, all my life it was like a fear of mine, and I thought it was going to be okay if I work hard enough. I can kind of get around the obstacle, and I wouldn't have to get the surgery. But after my first fight in Golden Gloves, my quarterfinal fight, I was beating. You say I was beating the kid, coach. I was beating him, and I hit him, and I broke my scaphoid bone, which I now have a scar here. There's a screw and an anchor. I didn't know I broke it. I got surgery a year later, and that kind of set me back. So that was my last fight, which was my first fight. But ever since then, I've been training a lot and trying to get back into it. But I just keep getting faced with like these big obstacles in life. And recently, back in I'd say October, November, I had to get a stress test done. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like you go on the treadmill, you run, see how far you can go. I felt great. I beat my time record. And they said I had something called ST elevation in my heart. And Mom, what is it, like a mid?
If it would be an older person, we would take you to the cath lab, meaning you're having a heart attack.
So yeah, I had that because I like to run a lot. I run several miles a day, like 20, 15 miles a day, if not every other day. And it caught up to me, and I felt fine. And they said, well, the reason I got the stress test because I was trying to get to the military, which I don't know if you guys are any of you are in the military, but I was trying to go to the Marines. I know Dave, you were a Marine. So there's this thing called MEPS, which is military entrance. And to get through, it's kind of like a medical exam. They gotta, examine you. So right before I was about to go through that part, I had to get a stress test done. They found that ST elevation, said you can't go. And I had to get a procedure done, I'd say, a few weeks later. And they thought they could save me. Well, not save me, it sounds a little dramatic, but they thought they could fix me up. And in the process of doing so, they tore my leaflets in my valve. So mid-procedure, they must rush me to the OR to, slice me open and do whatever they have to do to fix me and keep me alive. So I wouldn't die, I guess. But, hold on 1 second. Gotta catch up with myself here. When I woke up from surgery, I was very anxious to see my scar. I had 2 pacemaker wires right here, and I had a chest tube going about right to my chest cavity right here to drain blood. And when they ripped the pacemaker wires, it was the most nasty feeling ever. It didn't really hurt, but it was kind of like spaghetti getting ripped out of you, like a snake coming out of you. And then when they ripped the chest tube out, I like lost all my air for a second. That was the worst feeling I ever felt. But I knew that I was done and I could leave within a day or two. So they wanted to keep me there for about 5-6 days, I'd say a week. I made it out in 3 days. So I mean, I'd say that's like a medical record to get out the hospital that soon, especially at my age. One second. When I was walking, so when I first got out of bed in the ICU, my first time getting up, I put my contacts in, whatever. I went to the bathroom. I took a lap around with my dad and mom. I had this big drainage tube, like chest tube coming out this big box. I was limping like that. And I looked around the ICU level and I saw kids with their names on the doors. I was like, okay, well, why am I upset about this? These kids might not ever get out of this hospital. So I still have an opportunity and a chance to, live my dreams or whatever it might be. So I kept fighting through it. It's still a mental battle to this day. Going through rehab. I just finished my 3rd day of rehab Monday, or I don't know what day it is. I don't know if you guys seen the new Batman movie or not. Any of you guys see it? But if you didn't, here's kind of like a little spoiler. There's a quote. This quote says, "Our scars can destroy us even after the physical wounds have healed. But if we survive them, they can transform us. They can give us power to endure and the strength to fight." So I have about a 10-inch scar going from right here about my esophagus down to right here about the bottom of my breastbone. So yeah, it kind of represents what I went through, what I'm capable of, and I'm not gonna let this stop me. And if there's anything you guys want to do in life, just go for it. No matter how old you are, there's always time, always opportunity, time to adventure and go on a journey in life. And just because someone is born a certain way doesn't mean you have to be that way the rest of your life. I want to be an inspiration to a lot of kids like me with health problems, specifically heart problems, and like the younger kids like these guys right here sitting down. You guys. So yeah, that's just my ultimate goal. I want to prove to the world and to you guys right here in this small group. Once again, thank you for being here. I want to prove to you guys that anything's possible, no matter what you've been through and what life is going to throw at you. Just keep fighting and never quit. And the human body and mind can achieve anything. No matter, I already said that. You still have time to make a difference. But my Coach Brock said this quote to me a few months back. It says, "Before you can inspire others, you must first be inspired yourself." So I've lived with that ever since he told me that. It sticks in my head. But I'll leave you with these 3 simple words: anything is possible. Thank you.
Yeah.